Hi, my name is Jerald Simon and I am the founder of Music Motivation. It's a company I created to help teach music theory the fun way. I refer to it as piano fundamentals. And so today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my new best-selling book. It is 100 left-hand patterns every piano player should know. The subtitle says, "Play the same song 100 different ways." It also includes my fun fake book, which features 100 piano songs in fake book format. I think you will enjoy this. This has been a fun book to make. I've really enjoyed making this, and it currently, right now, is the #1 new release book on Amazon.com in 2 different sections. It's the #1 new release book in the music theory book section and also in the piano song book section on Amazon.com. So let me introduce this. I'll play some of the examples and I'll talk a little bit about the book and why I created the book. I think you'll like this. So let's talk about this book for just a moment before I start showing you examples on the piano. The title is self-explanatory, 100 left-hand patterns every piano player should know. What I wanted to do is create a series of left-hand patterns that anyone could take and apply to any song, not just in a fake book format, but in any music you are playing. If you have a favorite song you are learning how to play, would you like to be able to arrange it? Where you can take one style or left-hand pattern from this book and you can arrange that song 100 different ways. Any genre, any style you want. I have different patterns. So in the book, I actually have, in the introduction, and we'll look at this a little bit, but in the introduction, I have basic left-hand patterns, jazz, blues, and boogie-woogie left-hand patterns, rock and pop left-hand patterns, New Age left-hand patterns, the practical fun application. This is where I actually explain how to apply these left-hand patterns using a simple song. I chose Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and I have 5 different arrangements, and I'll play those for you. And then we have 5 different sections in the fun fake book. We have children's songs, we have American folk, patriotic songs, we have Christmas music, classical music, gospel, spiritual music. Those are the 5 different sections, and all of the pieces are written in the key of C because I wanted students to be able to learn these simple left-hand patterns in any key signature, but first to play it in the key of C, apply it to these songs that are written in the key of C, with exception to a few pieces from the classical music section, because in the classical music section there are songs like Minuet in G. Well, I did not want to have to change Minuet in G. I wanted to keep it in the key of G major. So I did not touch Minuet in G. I kept it as it is. But I'm going to show you some fun ways to jazz up or play around with Minuet in G in just a minute. So let's look at these patterns for just a second. I'm going to turn the page and I'm going to go through some of these pages with you so you can see what these pages look like. Here we have basic left-hand patterns. So right here I am showing you we have basic left-hand patterns coming down, and with these basic left-hand patterns we actually have very, very basic simple patterns where we start with beginning level patterns. We are explaining or talking about C to G, playing those as whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, C to G. That's a broken 5th interval. I could do C and G as a blocked 5th interval. I could play the C major chord as a blocked chord. So we have these fun different left-hand patterns. We start with simple basic patterns and then we get a little more advanced. Pattern number 7 on page 9, it's an Alberti bass left-hand pattern. Watch the left-hand pattern. You learn the pattern. Now, at the top of each of these left-hand pattern pages, it says this phrase: once you can play these as written, then play them in all keys. Simply take the pattern up half a step through every key signature. Go on, try it. I teach it in the key of C, but if you can play that in the key of C, you should be able to take that and move up half a step and play it in every key signature. See how I'm moving up chromatically in half steps, and I'm just playing these patterns in every key. If we go on, pattern number 8, it's a 1-4-5-1 chord progression, but I'm taking the chords and breaking them apart. Again, if you can do that in the key of C, try it in every key. Take the first measure and just move up half a step each time. See, I'm just moving up chromatically in half steps each time. We have left-hand patterns. We go on to jazz, blues, and boogie-woogie left-hand patterns. I explain the music theory because I want you, as a piano teacher, I want you to understand what you are doing. It's not enough to be able to play it. I want you to know what you are doing, so not only can you explain it to someone else, you could teach it, but also it will help you as you play it in every key signature. Now here on page 10, we have number 14 says, this is sometimes referred to as a basic barrel house blues left-hand pattern. I'm doing this with my left hand. And I can do the eighth notes. And then I have, right below it, number 15 says this is a variation from above, but we add the minor seventh. Now, you can do this, or you can play it as eighth notes, and you can play it straight or swing it, whichever way you want. If I'm playing it straight, it really becomes more of a 50s rock style, and it's a fun pattern. And again, try it in every key. If you can do it in C, now, I am moving up chromatically in half steps. I'm just going up half a step each time. That way, when I start playing and following the lead sheet with the chords, if I see that it starts on C, and then I see that it says to play an F chord, I know I can go up and put my pinky on F and start on F. If it says to play it on G, I can go up to G, put my pinky on G. Now, I'm just playing a perfect fifth interval with the major sixth, and then the minor seventh interval up on top. So let me quickly just go through and show you some of these pages, and then I'll play around and show you some of these pieces. So we have jazz, blues, boogie-woogie left-hand patterns. And then starting on page 18, we have rock and pop left-hand patterns. And then we have New Age and contemporary left-hand patterns beginning on 20. And then I have a practical application section. Let me show you this practical application section. Right here, we have Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And it's very, very simple, very, very basic. We are doing this with the right-hand melody. Pretty simple. Pretty basic. Well, I have chords written above, and what I tell students when they're first learning how to play from a lead sheet or a fake book, which this is fake book format where you only have the right hand melody and the chord written above each measure, I tell them in the beginning, start by playing the chord with the left hand and play the melody on top with the right hand. So it says C, I'm going to play a C chord with my left hand. And then it says an F, so I'm going to go up to the F chord with my left hand. Now I can do inversions. To begin with, I'm just going to do root position, where the note that this chord is named after is on the bottom. Watch this. Now I can change it and I can actually do an inversion. Instead of root position, I can take the note on the bottom and invert it. And I have other videos I can include in this link below that you can watch where I explain about inversions. But we're taking the note on the bottom and going up on top. So we're flipping the chord upside down or changing the position of the notes. Watch this. I'm going to play, and I've just changed the chords with my left hand. That is an F major chord. Instead of being in root position, F AC, or first inversion, which would be ACF, I'm going to play second inversion, CFA. So watch. Now, once you can play it as it is, I tell students play the chord with the right hand. So you play the melody and the harmony with the right hand. What I'm going to do is keep the melody on top with my pinky. But I'm going to add the chord below, so I have to invert the chord to allow the pinky to be on top playing the melody. Now, with the right hand playing the melody and the harmony, I can then take any of these left hand patterns from the book and I can start to apply it. Watch this. I am going to play, and I notated these as an example to show you what to do, but I'm going to play number 1. It's a New Age pattern, number 61 from page 20 of this book. The pattern does this. It's 1, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5, and we just rock back and forth. It's a simple pattern, but guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that pattern and apply it to Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star on page 28. Watch this. Pretty simple, okay? I'm going to turn the page, and then it says number 2, practical application example, is a Barrel House Blues pattern number 16, where I take, from page 10 of this book, I take that left-hand pattern that I just showed you, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a jazzed up right-hand rhythm. Anytime you change the rhythm, you can actually change the rhythm with the right hand. This is a fake book. You can play it however you want. Sometimes I'll have students try to scat or hum the melody, dot, 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 and I'll have them try to hum it in a different rhythm. Dot, 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 dot. What if they did 2? Dot, dot, da, da, dot, da, da, dot, dot, da, da. You can use da, dee, day, whatever you want, okay, la, but whatever you want to do, you can actually take that and you're scatting. Sometimes I will have students where they will completely change the right hand, and I will have them scat. Instead of taking dot 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 dot, I'll have them scat it. Ra dot 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 ra dot dot da 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 dot da da dot da da dot do 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 do. Whatever you want, but what I'm doing, I'm scatting. Anything I say, I can play. I usually tell students when they're younger, say it and play it. As they get older, I tell them if you can say it, you can play it. So if I can scat that, ra da 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 da, ra da 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 da, do 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 do. Do 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 whatever you want, okay? But with my left hand, I'm going to do this. Top of page 29. Down below it, I give the example number 3, a walking bass pattern, number 23 from this book, where I take a simple C6th chord and I break it apart. And then I add the minor 7th interval up on top. What if I take this left-hand pattern and I add it to what I was scatting a second ago? Watch this. You can play around whatever you want to do. That's the fun of having a fake book, and that is what is so fun about playing around with this. You learn the left-hand patterns and then you can apply them. I'm going to turn the page right now and show you 2 more examples. I have a minor pattern, number 70 from this book, and the minor pattern is, it's emotional, it's sad. Okay? We are using the C minor pentascale. C minor pentascale is the first 5 notes from the C minor scale. Now I'm playing the C minor scale, going up and coming down. C minor scale, it's the relative minor to E flat major. We have 3 flats. We have B flat, E flat, and A flat. So what I'm going to do is this left-hand pattern, it's pattern number 70 from page 21 of the book. Watch this. What if I did Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star? Maybe this Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star is sad. He lost his light. He's not happy. It happens to the best of us. But he lost his light, so guess what is going to happen? I have to change the melody. Instead of a happy Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, I'm going to make it sound sad. And how I do that, remember the notes from the C minor scale? C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C. Anytime I see the B, the E, or the A with my right hand melody, I'm going to flat it. So watch. This is what we're doing. We took the A and we flat it. We add an E flat. Watch this. Very, very simple. You can change the feeling of the piece. And in this book I have 100 different ways to change the piece, 100 different styles. Now down below that we have a 50s rock pattern. It's pattern number 15 from page 10 of this book. Watch the left-hand pattern. I showed it to you before. Now if you notice, I don't have time sometimes because the chord changes, they're so quick. If you look in measure 2, bottom of page 30, measure 2, we have a C that comes quickly after the F. So we have F and we go right into C. Well, ordinarily I would have time to do the entire pattern, whether I'm on C or F, but since you have 2 chords in one measure, you have to cut the pattern in half. So now, instead of doing this, I only have time to do the first half. And then I have to go back to C. And then back to F. And then back to C. So it's learning how to improvise and learning how to play around with the patterns. The patterns are there to give you the practical advice, the theory, the fundamentals, and I include all of the fingerings, but this practical application where you begin to apply it, it's taking it to the next level. Let me show you what I mean. We're going to go into the Fun Fakebook section, and I'm just going to play a few pieces. There are 100 songs in the key of C. So here we have songs like Mary Had a Little Lamb, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Pop Goes the Weasel, Eensy Weensy Spider. Now, I had a few teachers who said, as an example with Pop Goes the Weasel, it is in 6/8 time signature. But some of these left-hand patterns are in 4/4 time signature. And they said, how do you accommodate? And what I told them is what I will tell you. Stick with the left-hand pattern. If the left-hand pattern is in 4/4 time, as an example, we just did the 50s rock style. That is 4/4 time signature. Now, Pop Goes the Weasel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6/8 time signature. I can't keep that while doing this left-hand pattern. So what I told them and what I will tell you, stick with the 4/4 time signature and just modify the right hand to match that left hand. So watch, if I were going to do this 50s rock pattern right here with Pop Goes the Weasel, I would change the right hand rhythm. I'll keep the melody, but change the right hand rhythm to match what the left hand is doing. Watch this. The Eensy Weensy Spider, right below it, number 4 in this book, it's in 6/8 as well. So we have if you notice, I'm doing a 1, 5, 8, 9, 10 left-hand pattern from the New Age section. But here, the Eensy Weensy Spider, I can change that and do the 50s rock style with that one as well. You can play around with it however you want. But as you go through this book, I want you to look at some of these. We have Pop Goes the Weasel. We have Row, Row Your Boat. Okay? I'm just going to skip through some of these. You can look through and see what some of these pages look like. Okay? And you can see I wanted to keep these in the key of C so you could play around with them. But I want you, if you can play the song in the key of C, you should be able to play it in any key. And part of this fun fake book, back here, I actually explained this on the intro to the Fun Fake Book section. It says this: try playing all 100 of these songs 100 different ways using the 100 left-hand patterns found on the previous pages. Now, that's kind of a challenge. It may be overwhelming and daunting to some of you. Others, it may be a challenge and you're ready to accept it. But I tell students, if you can play it in one key, you should be able to play it in any key. It takes practice, but you just move up in half steps. It says here, even better, think of other left-hand patterns of your own and see what you can do. If I am playing Mary Had a Little Lamb on the next page, and Mary Had a Little Lamb, we have pretty simple. What if I did a 1, 5, 8, 9, 10 left-hand pattern from the New Age section, and it sounds like this. Well, if I can do that in the key of C, can I try it in other keys? Just move up half a step each time. up half step again. And you can start to add different left-hand patterns as you go up and down, but it's a fun way to play around with the piece. I'm going to keep going on and just show you a few more examples. We have patriotic music. Star-Spangled Banner, America the Beautiful, Christmas music, Jingle Bells, Deck the Halls, Joy of the World, Angels We Have Heard on High. We get into the classical music section, and this is where you can really have fun, in the classical music section. I love taking a piece that is well known and changing it. As an example, Minuet in G on page 72. It's written in the key of G, and I have the right hand melody exactly as it is played. With my left hand, I'm going to do a left hand pattern 1, 5, 8, 9, 10 from the New Age contemporary left hand pattern. Watch this. What if I want to change it? What if I want to do kind of a jazzy pattern that has this as a left-hand pattern? Do you see what I've done? What if I want to do that 50s rock pattern again? Okay, what if I want to turn it into a minor piece? Maybe this Minuet in G is a very sad piece. Again, I'm going to flat the 3rd, the 6th, and the 7th. That is how we get the minor. In this case, G minor. If I'm playing my G major, so watch this. Every time I see the B, the E, I'm going to play the flats. Every time I see the F sharp, I have a choice. I can play F natural or I can play the F sharp, and it's because of the melodic and harmonic minor scales. In this case, I'm going to play F natural every time except when I have a G chord that transitions to a D chord. When I see that D chord, I'm going to play F sharp. So watch this. I'll play a minor version of Minuet in G. Now my left hand, I'm doing 1, 5, 8, 9, flat the 10. It's one of the left hand patterns from the New Age contemporary section. But you can try this with any of the pieces. Okay, we have Largo, New World Symphony. The chords are written in. Now here, watch my left hand. I'm just playing chords. What if I try to embellish this and make it a very gentle, relaxing, almost like it's a modal jazz, new age blend where you have these patterns? Listen to how this could sound. You can play around with this book however you want, and it's fun to take these patterns. There are, again, 100 different patterns in this book, and there are 100 different pieces in fake book format that you can try to take those 100 patterns and play them with the pieces. Again, it's taking and playing each of these songs, and the whole purpose is to try to learn how to improvise. This will help you with your arranging, with your composing. If you want to, I have composers who have said, can I just take these left-hand patterns and compose music of my own? And I said, sure. That is what they are there for. I have had people say, can I take my hymn book and play my hymns and use your left-hand patterns from the New Age Contemporary section? And I guess you could use the jazz. That may be a little too jazzy for church, but if you want to, you can. But they will take these left-hand patterns and they will play like number 61, number 62, number 63, and they will start to take these patterns and apply them to their hymn arranging. And I said, that is perfect. That is what this should be used for, where you can take any music you currently are playing, any pop song, you can arrange it. You can take it and play it 100 different ways. At the very back of the book, I actually have 2 sections that are resources for the students. One section is called Chords to Learn. Now, this section has the most common chords in every key signature. In the key of C, we have C major, we have C minor, C diminished, C augmented, C suspend the 4th, C suspend the 2nd, C 6th, C minor 6th, C major 7th, C minor major 7th, C 7th, C minor 7th, C minor 7 flat the 5th, C minor 7 sharp the 5th, C diminished 7th, and then back to C. Now, I don't write it out, but I tell the students, I want you to be able to play these in root position, first inversion, second inversion, and third inversion when you have a 4th note, where you can practice playing those chords in any inversion, so you can quickly identify what the chords are. But I have written all of these chords in root position in every key. So you can learn these in the key of C sharp, key of D major, we just move up chromatically in half steps, key of E flat, E major, F major, going through every key signature. Going through and learning how to play these, but then I tell students, play it up and down the keyboard. Blocked and broken, arpeggiated chords, 1 octave, 2 octaves, 3 octaves, 4 octaves, where you can take the C major chord and you can break it apart, or you can play left hand, right hand, I'm following that progression of C major, C minor, C diminished, C augmented, but you can try to do that. The last thing I have is a resource. It's titled Improvising with the Right Hand, where I explain to take the chords and play them below the melody. So you can have an understanding of how to begin to apply what I have demonstrated a little in this video. And then I also show a blues scale, where you take the C major blues scale, and you can start to play around with it. I even show Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, where I notated it so you can see what I'm doing. You see how I'm playing, and I'm just using the notes from the C major blues scale. I hope you will check this out. I had so much fun putting this book together. It was a lot of work. It's taken me a long time to put together, but I am humbled at the response from music professionals and piano teachers. Currently, this book is being reviewed by over 300 piano teachers all throughout the world. We have piano teachers reviewing this book in America, the United States, Canada, in Brazil, in Mexico, in Argentina, in Africa, in Ireland, in Scotland, in Wales, in England, in Germany, in France, in Spain. We have piano teachers in Russia, in Denmark, in India, Japan, China, Australia, New Zealand, and we have many, many more that I haven't listed, but we have so many piano teachers who are reviewing this, and I have been so humbled by their response, so greatly humbled by not only their feedback, but what they have told me they have learned as they have started reviewing and playing through these left-hand patterns, and how simple it really is to begin to arrange and take these concepts, these left-hand patterns I've created, and begin to make music of your own. That is the key. Right now, since this book went up on Amazon, it became the #1 new release on Amazon.com in the 2 different sections, music theory books and also in the piano songbook section. As of the shooting of this video, 3 weeks later, it is still in the #1 new release spot on Amazon. So I am grateful and humbled by the response. So many teachers from all over the world who have been responding about this. I would love to have you check this out. You can watch this video and a few other videos that explain a little bit about this book. This book is available on my website in 3 different forms. You can either purchase it as a single-use PDF that anyone can purchase, a single license. We also have it available as a spiral-bound book like this, and then it is also available for piano teachers to use in their studios as a studio license, where they can purchase the license and then use it indefinitely in their studios with their students. It's also available on Amazon.com. I have the links below. You can click on the link to go to Amazon. I would love to have you leave a review of this book on Amazon, on my website, and then share a little bit about this information, what you've learned, either in a video that you can share on YouTube or share it on any of your social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. But tag me in it, at Jerald Simon. I'd love to have you visit my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Jerald Simon. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully this explains a little about this book. It's a brief introduction, tells you a little bit about what the book contains. I've shown a few different styles, and I'll show a few more styles as we go along, but I would love to have you learn some of these left-hand patterns and then begin to take these left-hand patterns and apply it in your own music. That's the key. The 3 main areas I like to focus on: one I call theory therapy, the second I call innovative improvisation, and the last I call creative composition. Essentially, it's teaching music theory, teaching improvisation and arranging, and teaching composition. I love to help students understand how they can create and make music of their own, either by arranging the music or by composing new music and sharing their music with others. It's a way to share themselves with the world, and I hope you will. I hope you will take what I've presented in this book and begin to perform, whether it's at church, whether it's for family and friends, or whether you become a professional musician and you begin to take these ideas and to incorporate them in your own compositions, whether it's piano music, whether it's pop, rock, jazz. We have all these styles, but it's learning these styles, the genres, and then how you can begin to play around with it. Hope you enjoy this. Thank you so much. I'd love to have you follow all of my other videos available on YouTube. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/Jerald Simon. If you have any questions, send me an email, geraldsimon@musicmotivation.com. Thanks so much. Hope you have a great day. See you guys.